Hi, in this video, I'm going to cover how to pass the root cert via secrets variable. Here we will use GitHub. We can do the same using GitLab, Azure, or any other cloud provider. I will set up a project in GitHub and then I'll upload some code using RestAssured. Initially, you will see that the code fails with a PKIX exception. I will try and connect to BadSSL website, which will give us a PKIX because the root cert is not part of the, well, any JDK CA certs. And then what we will do is we will first solve it locally. We will take a note of the steps, and then we will create a workflow in GitHub, and I'll explain how to sort of relate the steps that we did on the PC with what we want to do on GitHub. I should automatically give you a brief of GitHub Actions, how to build a pipeline, workflow. I'll cover those topics as we go. Okay. So first thing what I'll do is I will create a new project, a public project in GitHub that you can use as well. I'll put it in the video description later. So we will go to repo and then say new and then say rest assured inject root cert via GitHub pipeline. Okay, create. Okay, I'll open git bash. Zoom in a bit. Control plus. I'll do mkdir. Just copy paste the name. Okay, copy, paste, cd. Okay, now I'm going to copy, paste. It's an empty folder. So basically, if it is a new repo, all we have to do this on command line. So copy paste. Okay. So because this is a fresh install, fresh Windows install, nothing is really set here. So it's saying I need to set global email. Paste it. Yahoo.com and username. Say, okay. I'm going to clear. Okay. Copy, paste, enter. Okay, and now the remote origin already exists. It makes sense. I think the command ran up till here the last time. It failed during push, which is fine. What we will do is so there is a origin. So there are two things. I can actually do a git remote remove which will delete the origin, and then I can rerun the commands again. Or if we do lrt a is to show hidden files. I can just delete git and readme. Okay, so now it's like another folder again. It's not a git repo folder. Clear. I'll copy paste. Nope. Control C. Copy. Paste. Enter. Okay, saying something here. Okay, sign in with your browser. Okay. Authorize. Auth code. Okay. Okay, so this is done. So now if we refresh, we added a readme, so it's here. Okay. Let's do one thing. We can actually open IntelliJ. We like open this guy. I trust it. It's fine. Okay. Now the difference between a normal folder or a folder with Git repo and a Maven folder is basically addition of pom.xml. So we'll do a file pom.xml. Okay, add. So we can just do sample pom.xml and I think we'll just copy. It's fine. We'll copy this one. It's the same. It's fine. Copy, paste. That's fine. All of this is fine. Then we will add dependencies, and we need a dependency for JUnit, JUnit version 4.12. Okay. We'll ignore these for now. It's fine. Another thing is folder structure. So we need src main. Well, so there is src main Java, and then there is src test Java. This will just be a test case, so we'll do src test Java. I said JUnit, so we'll say new. Okay, I think I'll have to reload this. Oh, that's what it was saying. It was asking me to reload this as a Maven project. I should have done that, but it's fine. We'll close, open, and yeah, there we go. Load Maven project. There you go. That's what I was looking for. It's saying Defender is enabled. We should add a exclusion. Okay, I'll add it. It's fine. Okay, fine. It's downloading JUnit. Okay. Okay, it's saying 4.12 has a vulnerability. We should use 4.13.2, which is fine. Let's go 4.13.2. It will stop and re-download, or we can just press this thing. And there we go, done. Now we will go and say RestAssured PKIX test. JDK is not defined. Yeah, I'll have to download Amazon Corretto 21. That's fine. You can download OpenJDK as well. This one. Um, this one actually, adopt OpenJDK 21, but Corretto works fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now while it is doing that, we will say @test and be like public void should throw PKIX exception. Okay, it's fine. Never mind. It will work once JDK setup is done. So let's go. Okay, I'm going to copy paste some code from here. See here, we were defining the trust store and P12 in the repo. This is a bad practice. This sort of defeats the purpose of having a client cert. If your cert is there in repo, anyone can check it out. The client cert is basically for you, not for everyone else. So this is wrong. And then same for other root and intermediate cert. I mean, you could add them and it's okay, but it's the reason they are not there in your organization is because it's supposed to be used within your organization. Putting it like that, like a here and trust store, sort of doesn't make sense. And that is where the question comes as to then where should we put it? So ideally, all your certs should be in secrets and then you just inject them as you're building your project. Obviously, you will have them installed on your local, but they should not be in your code repo. They should not be publicly available. Even privately, I mean, that's debatable. I mean, RCA, ICA in a private repo used for your organization, maybe, but like, nah. If you know how to, rather just put them in a pipeline secret variable. And normally ICA and RCA, they are valid for long, like 10 years, so you're good to go. But otherwise, in case I've seen ICA getting renewed, and in that case, you just go and update your pipeline variable. Um, yeah. So I'm going to copy paste this. This is solving client uh, the client cert issue, which will be your SSL handshake exception. In this video, I'll focus on PKIX. So be like should throw PKIX exception. Okay. Let's see. Rest assured. Oh yeah, I need to add rest assured. But I think this, if I do Alt Enter, since the JDK is not defined, this will work. For rest assured, let's go to Maven Central. And type rest assured. Let's see. What now? Maven Central rest assured. SSURD. Okay, let's double check the one that I used here. Oh, it's hyphen. Okay, so let's copy that, paste. Okay, yeah, IO rest assured. Okay, copy. I want to use the latest version, that's why I'm doing this. Okay, just press this thingy and it will reload and it will try to download. Okay. Assert equal should work because it's part of JUnit. So that's okay. HTTP status. Oh, we'll see. Response as well. We'll see once this is done. I don't think we need to do any of this because we are going to add the certificate to Cacerts, which is the default trust store provided by the JDK. So it's fine. I'm just doing Alt Enter. Say, okay. Here, instead, let's go to badssl.com. See. So we'll go untrusted root. See, this root certificate is not part of the whitelisted Cacerts. So this is the root authority. We will press export. Desktop. Yeah, single cert PEM is fine. Okay. Now if I say it's okay, continue, it will give us some HTML. Okay. So if I copy this and I paste over here, I'm actually expecting, I don't know which one, PK. Okay, let's see which one because I don't remember now. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, yeah, SSL handshake exception for PKIX path building failed. So I'm expecting SSL handshake exception. Okay, see why didn't it dot class. Okay, and then Alt Enter replace. Okay, Control Alt L. Okay, so now if I run it, okay, so that is fine. Right now this thing is throwing an exception, so it's actually not even, it's not coming here. So if I run it again, we expect it to fail. Okay, so now I'm going to remove this because now we have a failing test. I just wanted to show you sometimes if you're expecting something to throw an exception, how would you handle that? But in this case, we have a failing test and we have to fix that. It's fine. So this is my JDK location. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to go there. Okay, let me do a clear. And then I'm going to go cd paste. Okay. Oh yeah, that won't work, but it's fine. It's because in git bash, the path is different. It's like forward slashes. But if I was in command prompt, that'll work. Okay. So if you want to do it in git bash, we'll have to say slash c users and then dot jdk correcto. Okay, so we are here. Okay, so okay, I'm going to close that. So now the Cacerts is basically stored in lib security. So if I say ls-lrt and I go into lib and then security, this is the JDK's default trust store. And currently, the reason we are getting this exception is because the site root certificate, this guy, is it does not exist here in Cacerts. So if we were to add it here, the error will go away. Okay, so the command for that is just have to go actually two back, go inside bin, clear. So I'm actually looking for keytool. Okay, so if I say keytool, let me do a clear. Yeah, it's control L. So if you do control L, it's same as typing clear. And then you'll say keytool import cert. So you can actually just say keytool import certificate to Cacerts. And in the new one, if you just say Cacerts, it knows that we are importing it to Cacerts. You don't have to say or give the location of Cacerts. I think it's trust Cacerts, but it's fine. I'll show you now. So if we go Oracle, yeah, keytool import trust Cacerts alias file. I don't think we need the key store file here. Okay. Let's see, keytool -help. Command not found. Keytool -help. So well, we want to import it. We'll give it an alias. Well, alias is like a name that you put next to the cert. Okay, so let's say keytool -import -help. Keytool -import -help. Okay, so alias and file are fine. Cacerts, I think that's it. So control L hyphen alias is BadSSL root cert. We can call it whatever you want. Hyphen file. It's on my desktop. So /c/user/desktop. Why is my desktop not there? Document, downloads, more. desktop. Okay, that makes no sense. Let's open another git bash window. Desktop, git bash. It's OneDrive. Okay, it's fine. Copy. So my desktop is actually mapped to OneDrive old for some reason. I was playing around. Anyways, so we go. Well, now you know how to check it. So if you're not sure, you just open, let me close. Just open File Explorer, click on Desktop, click on Git Bash here, and then do pwd, and it will show you exactly where your desktop is. In my case, I was messing around with OneDrive, and I have mapped it in OneDrive. Okay, so we go back, Control L, and we do it like this, and paste. And the cert file, which is BadSSL, I'm just going to rename it to BadSSL root cert. Okay, say BadSSL root cert. And I want it in CA cert. CA certs. Okay. Okay, saying, do you trust it? Do you want to add it? And be like, yes. Okay. So now, see, this is the JDK that we are using currently in IntelliJ, right? And if I've done this correctly and the cert is added to CA cert, if I run this, it should work. Well, let's see. Okay, it works. So I've done it correctly. So what did I do? So for preparation, what did I do? Say step 1, install Maven. Step 2, install JDK. Step 3, download the root cert. Step 4, use keytool to install the root cert in JDK lib security or JDK, let's just say Java home lib security CA certs. Right, so cd lib security, yeah, CA certs. Okay, and basically before this, install operating system and install git bash. That's pretty much what I did. So now if I have to map all of this here using a pipeline, so how do we do that? Okay, I'm going to close all this. Cool. Let's first commit and push. So if we go to the terminal, say git status. Okay, idea and target. So I'm going to create a new file dot git ignore, and I'll say dot idea and target, ignore them. Okay, git status again. This looks fine, so I'll just say git add dot git status again. Green means cool, all this was added. Git commit -m initial commit. The test will fail because cert is only installed on my PC. Okay, okay, and then git push. Okay, so now if I reload, cool. So now we'll go into the Actions tab. We are using a Maven project, so build and test a Java project with Apache Maven makes sense. So configure. Cool. So it's saying it will only run on branch main. Okay, so we're going to read this file. I'm just going to delete this. Okay, so this is the name, and it says whenever we do a push on a branch called main, or if we create a PR, pull request, merge request for a development branch to main, it will run whatever we say. Okay, so now let's read, well, what are we saying? Okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, so install operating system, fine. So here there is a job, well, lots of jobs, but right now we have one. And the first step is to build. Okay, so now before we actually went and did a build, the first ask was, well, install our operating system. So that's the first task here. Runs on what? Right now, mine is running on Windows. Here, we will run it on Linux. Which Linux? Ubuntu latest. Why? It doesn't matter. You can choose whichever one. You can play around. You can look at what all flavors are available. GitHub gave us Ubuntu latest as default. We'll start with that. I say, fine. Okay. Now, what are the steps? What do you want to do next? So you have a basic bare minimum Ubuntu latest operating system that GitHub pipeline will provide. Now, what is the next step? So in our case, okay, so we are done with this. In our case, it was install git bash, right? So here, git bash is like a command line. Well, it's a terminal program. It does more than that, but if we stick to bare minimum, it's giving us a terminal where we can execute commands. Ubuntu or Linux operating systems, they already have that. So we don't need that. That's fine. Next thing is we need Maven and JDK. Cool. So here we are saying, okay, actually I'll add setup source code. Okay, this setup source code here is basically this line, actions checkout. This is actually code which will go and check out the code which is in our repo. You can actually copy and paste it here. And you can see the code which is responsible for doing checkout. So right now, the latest one is actually v4. You see, actions checkout v4. GitHub is saying use v3. It's their template. Maybe they haven't updated it. We can change the version. For now, we'll keep it as is. And then we will say, okay, so this is done. And then we will say, I want Java and I want Maven. Okay, so here it is saying actions, setup Java, v3. Now this v3.17, if this is confusing, it's basically, see, this is the version of the code that will run and check out your repo. And it's like, think of it as like git cloning your repo in the pipeline. And this one will go and download. This is the version 3 of the code that will go and download whichever JDK you tell it to. So we are using 21, so we'll stick to that. So if we go here, see action setup Java, let's read what it is saying. We'll scroll. Okay, so it's saying I have v4. v4 you can use Temrin with 21. We want 21. Okay, so I'll just copy v4. I'll change this to v4. I'm pretty sure you can do 21 with v3 as well, but it's fine. We'll go 21. But now see, this one is from Adopt OpenJDK Foundation, but we were using Corretto. So let's scroll down. Uh, well, there's a name for Corretto. So now we'll just copy that. This basically is telling you all the providers that it supports. So if we give it the name Corretto, it knows that it will go and download 21 from Amazon and so on. So copy paste that. Okay. And it's saying cache Maven. Basically, this will set up the Maven for us. Here it is saying Maven-b package file pom.xml. You can just do Maven install. It's fine. Uh, that's pretty much what we do here. So when we run this command, we basically just doing that. And well, there's nothing to install actually. Install actually creates let's say a jar file or a var file, does a local installation in the M2 directory. So we can even just say test. It will do the same thing. It will compile and run a test. So over here we can say cool. So we'll do a test. That's fine. Uh, this basically what it does is okay. So here install JDK done. 21 Corretto install Maven done with cache Maven. These two are still pending, which is fine. Now this one basically checks your pom.xml, and if you have, so like this, so if you have, let's say 412 here, and you saw before it started giving me, I'm not sure if let's do it again, but it was telling me that 412 has a vulnerability. Here we go. So saying there's a vulnerability, switch to 413.2. It's basically, this line is basically that. If there are any updates, it will, there is like a pot and then you get a notification. We can remove it if we want to, it's fine. Okay. So see, right now we have the source code, we have the setup. What we don't have is the cert here, and that's okay. So I'm going to just commit changes. So we said on push main, which is main, on pull request on main. So this will be a direct push on main because it's not protected right now. It will build this, so it will run if there is a push on main. So if I commit and I say added GitHub pipeline, so what it does, it actually creates a folder here called .github workflows, and in that it will add a file, and that's the file that we were working on. Okay, so here, because it says on push branches main, this should run. So if we go to actions, you see this is running and it fails, and the failure should be SSL handshake exception PKIX. Let's see. So build with Maven failed. So it will go and download the JUnit and RestAssured, which is fine, and then it will run it. So we'll have to like scroll. There you go. And oh, okay. So here It's actually talking about, so IntelliJ is actually auto selecting the JDK version for us. So we have to provide properties with Maven compiler version or something like that. Let's see, Maven compiler version property, source and target. There you go. So it's this one, that. So well, we're saying 21. Okay, 21. What is it complaining about? See. Guys, so it's basically saying that we use a dependency and this one is dependent on, which one did it say? Commons codec 111. And that one has a vulnerability. See, there we go. So it's saying, well, there's a vulnerability. Do you want to ignore or exclude this one? We'll leave it for now. It's okay. Well, it's okay-ish, but we'll leave it for now. Okay. Now, see, yeah, so we will go to the terminal. Hey, you can use the GUI as well, but it's fine. Say git add pom.xml commit -m added well, is21 for source and target git push. Oh yeah, we created the workflow, so we have to pull first. So now, yeah, it brought that folder. So now if we do a push, cool. So now because we did a push on main, it will automatically trigger a build. Normally I just go and delete the old workflows to save space. So now it will go and download again, and let's see, hopefully the error will change. Yeah, so the error changed to PKIX. Cool. So now let's look at secrets. So this is our project. We go into settings and we go secrets and variables, actions. Let's call it BadSSL root cert, and then open it in a text editor, copy, and paste here. Okay. So now we will go back to the workflow here. And just like we have a step to build, we will add another step for certificate setup. Okay. So we want this to be multi-line first. to a file in home directory. Okay. Then we can say keytool import without any prompt. Alias will be BadSSL underscore root. File will be this, and we want it to be installed in Cacerts. So now if we run this and then run build, it should go through. This is the command to access the certificate. So if we say GitHub secrets, so this is how you can access it. We can set it as an environment variable or use it directly. I'm using it directly. I'm putting it in double quotes so that the command ignores multi-line and takes the input as one input and saves it in this file. So let's test this. Actions. And you can see the test run was successful. And this is one way how you can add the certificate via the secrets in GitHub pipeline. So we downloaded and did a setup of root cert, which is your line number 25. Then we used keytool, where no prompt is very important because there is no way we can provide yes or no input. So when you say no prompt, it defaults to yes. And the alias, you can give it any name. File is the same file and location where we copied the secret value to the file. And this is a short form that says use the environment JDK and add this file and alias to the default CAcerts, which is in the lib security. Hope this helped. Thank you for watching.